It's Mental Health Awareness Week this week. We've seen a lot of content being shared, as you would expect. A lot of awareness being made about mental health and what the issue is and what it means for people. I just wanted to talk about that very briefly today on this video. Not so much as a content generation um, mechanism, but really to actually talk about what mental health is really all about. And if I think about my own personal experience, and I've been kind of open and honest and shared a number of things about mental health challenges that I've had myself in my own life from a very young age. But I also think about other people in my life, people who were in my life, and people who I know of who are facing their own mental health challenges. It does make me think really what is it all about? How do we frame all this in terms of Mental Health Awareness Week? And look, I'm no medical practitioner or expert, but I can only go on my own experiences. And there is, to me, different levels that we're talking about. There are people who are really struggling, and yeah, they certainly fall into the category of having mental health problems. And a friend of mine, for example, committed suicide 6 years ago, and I wouldn't have known that that was going to happen. And for a lot of people looking from the outside in, were massively shocked that this person had taken their own life. And even only this week, it's a friend of my wife's, actually a good friend of mine for many years as well, working with someone who unfortunately took their own life this week, and a young person as well. Um, and that's the reality of really what mental health problems can be about at that level. And I just think it's important that it's good to spread awareness, but it's also important, I think, to realize how serious an issue it can be. I think most people in their life will have some kind of mental health problems because you'll have physical health problems. But the problems that you have can be resolved if you identify it early enough and speak to somebody as well, and maybe get pointed in the right direction if you need some professional help to get through things as well. And for most people, it's going to be stress and anxiety, and it's going to be depression at some kind of level. And I certainly experienced all those myself. So I really wanted to kind of draw a comparison between how severe mental health problems can be for people. And it's not to dismiss people who are in the bracket of they're not in the vein of thinking about suicide and thinking of taking their own life, but they're still struggling day to day. You can get help with that. I mean, I've had somebody speak to me within the last few weeks, who I know of, who just spoke to me on the basis that I didn't know who else to talk to because, Kieran, you've shared stuff yourself on social media, so I just thought I would talk to you. And all I could do for that person was to say, well, I think you need to speak to this person or this person, and sort of go forward from there and just tell them how it was for me in terms of how I was feeling, in terms of depression and anxiety and so on. So I hope this video at least resonates maybe with somebody who thinks, I think I do need to speak to somebody because my head's just not right at the moment. I feel like I'm struggling all the time. And just to put it in context as well, I'm no like expert in all of this kind of stuff. And I'm not someone who has been there and done it and got over it. Even yesterday, I had what you could term a mental health issue because something happened at home and it caused me to react a certain way. And it's not how I would normally react, but the way I reacted would have been quite common, over a number of years. But over the last couple of years, I'm able to, I do react a certain way still sometimes, which takes me back to childhood type behavior and stuff. And I feel like the whole world's kind of coming in around me, but um, my wife can help with that because she understands it. Sometimes it's just a matter of leaving me for 5 or 10 minutes. In years gone by, this would have drifted into today, and I'd still feel on a downer because of the way I reacted to something yesterday. Um, so I still have those things going on because we're all human, and I think that's an important part of what I'm trying to say today as well. So, as part of Mental Health Awareness Week, I hope that resonates with people. I hope people can say, yes, I definitely have days like that, but if we can learn how to adopt little tips for ourselves and tools and techniques. And for me, I get myself out of those situations, and certainly my wife can help me get out of those situations quicker than ever before. And it's like everything else in life, folks. It's all about practice. It's all about just trying to adopt good habits. Ask yourself a slightly different question. So instead of me thinking, whatever happened yesterday, why did that happen? Why did it happen to me? And why does this not go like that, and blah blah blah, and then fry in your own head. Right, okay, do you want to go on like this? Do you want to behave like this? Do you want to have this reaction, or would you rather do this a different way? Having those types of wee questions that you can try and get your thought process back again can really help as well. So look, I hope that helps and people can resonate with that. And do talk to other people as much as possible. Talk to your partner, talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues, and try and keep yourself on a level as best you can. Read the right stuff, listen to the right stuff is obviously a big part of it as well. And it really is something that will affect everybody at some level throughout their lives. So in the meantime, sure, look, we're into the weekend again now, so have a great weekend, and I will do another video on something a bit more relevant maybe to business and stuff for next week. But for now, chat to you all again next week.